Hi everybody, I am T. Bhuneshwari, Assistant Professor, belongs to Department of BCA, Arina Ranna College of Arts and Science, Krishnagiri. Now I am going to share a PPT on what is Python. So already there are several programming languages. Then why do we choose Python? So Python is a popular high-level programming language used in various applications. So Python is an easy language to learn because of its simple syntax. So Python can be used for simple tasks such as plotting or for more complex tasks like machine learning. Now we are going to discuss about variables, objects and classes used in Python. A variable is a reference to a value stored in a computer's memory. Variables can be stored into a variety of categories or data types such as numbers, boolean values and sequences. In sequences, strings, lists, dictionary, everything, etc. An object is a collection of data from a computer memory that can be manipulated. So all variables are objects, although some objects can be defined by data referred by multiple variables. Methods are the functions used to act on or alter an object's data. A class is a collection of objects who share the same set of variables methods. Instance may share the same variable, color, size, shape, etc., but they do not share the same values for each variable. Now we are going to discuss about basic syntax rules. The name of your variable is placed on the left side of the operator. Okay, so here in this example, my string equal to hello world, my int equal to 7, my float equal to 7.0, my list equal to some list of variables like 7, 8, 9, and my boolean equal to true. Here the left hand side variable, that is a equal to, the left hand side of the equal to operator is my string, so it is called as a variable, and then the right side up to the operator hello world is the value for that operator. Okay, value for that variable. Likewise, the 7 is the value for the my int variable and 7.0 is the value for my float variable, and then true is the value for the my boolean variable. Okay, so likewise the variables are assigned to the left of the equal to operator and the values are passed to the right side of the equal to operator. This is the basic rules for declaring the variables, and similarly while you are declaring the variable we can use a small letters, that is a lowercase letters can be used as a variable names. And then function syntax. Def indicates, that is a def indicates the function name that can be defining a new function. So function refers to the name of your function. By convention, this name is typically lowercase and represents a verb or action. A comma b refers to a parameters, values or variables that can be used with the statements of your function definition. So the return statement is an optional statement that will be written a value for your function or for the original call value. And then basic syntax for calling function. So the call the function by referencing to its name, that is a function, and by placing any necessary arguments within the parenthesis is separated by commas. My value equal to function 1 comma 2. So here this 1 comma 2 are known as the parameters and my value is a variable name. Next, now we are going to discuss about the data types and operators. So our data types are also similar to that of other programming languages. In addition, we will be having a Python literals also. Normal data type variables are boolean, integer, float, and Python dictionaries are list, tuples, string, set, and then dictionaries. So a data type is a means of classifying a value and determining what operations can be performed on it. All objects have a data types. Okay, so normally all these data types are similar to other programming languages where into a data type will hold the integer values, float data type will hold the floating point values. So the list will be holding the mutable sequence of objects and tuple will be also holding the values of immutable sequence of objects. And then next one is operators. Operators is also same in other programming languages, that is arithmetic operator, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, left shift, right shift, in, not in, all those operators. Okay, so arithmetic operators will be performing the operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulus. Relational operators will manipulate the operations like addition, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and equal to. And logical operators will be performing the actions like and or not. And left shift, right shift will be performing left variable, right shift variables. And in or not in, the in operator will be explaining about the variable which is present in the list, and not in will be representing whether the variable value is present in the list or not. Similarly in the tuples also. So these are about the data types and operators. And then next one, input output functions. So the input function allow users of a program to place values into the programming code. So the here in this example, x string equal to input enter a number. Here the enter a number is an input variable, input statement. So that input is the used for the entering the input values. And similarly, a print statement is used for output statements. That is, the print functions allow the programs to output strings to user on a given interface. And then the parameter of this function is of any type. All types will be automatically be converted to the strings. And now we are going to see about the conditional statements. In Python, we are going to see the three conditional statements, that is the if-else statements, for loop statements, and then while statements. So if-else statements is used for giving the check a condition. If the condition, if you have any two values, that is whether the condition must be true or false. So in such a condition, we will be using the if statements. So in if statement, we will be giving the condition, and it will be followed by a block of statements using a output statement, print statement. If the condition gets true, the if block statement will be executed. If the condition gets false, the else block statement will be executed. So one more thing is that in Python, the if statement, while statement, for statement, everything will be terminated with a colon, and then all the statements will not be terminated with semicolon or else. And then if the condition is false, the else statement will be printed. And then similarly, nested if statement, it will be mentioned with elif statement. That is a if, elif, and then one more condition, and again one block of statement will be there, and then finally else statement. Okay, so here in this example, if x modulus of 2 equal to 0, that is if x modulus of equal to 0, then this is an even number, that statement will be printed. Or else x equal to 0, then the number equals to 0, or it will be holding, if there any remainder value, then the else part statement, that is this is an odd number, will be printed. Okay. And next one is a for loop. So for loop means in this for loop condition will be executed. So it is an iterable statement. That is several iterations will be taking place in for loop and while loop. And then in for loop also we can use the else statement also. So the condition will be executed, and if the condition will be the statements followed by the for loop will be executed until the condition is true. If the condition gets false, then the else part statement will be executed. If there is a break statement used in the for statement, then the else block statement will not be executed. The program will be temporarily stopped by using a break statement. So my string equal to input enter a number, my int equal to int my string. So here the range, that is how many times that the loop has to be continued, that is a for loop. And then range is also explained here. So for x in range 0, 5, 1, here that 0 will be indicating that start value, and 5 will be indicating the stop value, and 1 will be indicating the step value. So in range we will be having a start value, stop value, and then step value. Okay, so this is about the for loop. Here in this for loop we will be also having a else statement like if statement. And last final one is a while loop. So while loops are a statement that iterate so long as given boolean conditions is met. So same, the iteration process will be continued in this while statement. So here in this program, that is a while statement, the condition will be given with the while, and then if the condition is true, the following while block statement will be executed. If the condition is false, then it will be moved to the else block statement. So similarly, if you are using any break statement in the while block, the else block will not be executed. So same as that of for statement. So here this is also an iteration statement. So in all these three conditional statements, if statement, for loop, while loop, we must be keep in mind that the indentation is very much important. So if there is any indentation error, that will be caused only in this conditional statements. Okay, so while you are writing the program, we must be very careful in this indentation. So if you are using proper indentation in these conditional statements, then that indentation errors will be avoided. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching.